Stomata, Ivy Masters Learning Center at ivymasters.com. And today we're going to look at the 27th question from Linear Digital SAT, Test 1, Module 2, number 27 reads, Stomata. Tiny pore structures in a leaf that absorb gases needed for plant growth open when guard cells surrounding each pore swell with water. In a pivotal 2007 article, plant cell blah 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 showed that lipid molecules called phosphatidylinositol phosphates are responsible for signaling guard cells to open stomata. Which choice completes the text so that it conforms to the conventions of standard English? One thing is, if you get a crazy long word like this, don't waste any energy like I just did pronouncing it. Just call it phosphates. Because that's not going to help you to get the correct answer. Just recognize that as the word each time. It's reading comprehension. But yeah, just call it phosphates. It's fine. So, what are we doing here? One thing you want to keep in mind is that students tend to over-punctuate. They pick too much punctuation. In particular, they pick too many commas. So, when we're looking at our answer choices here, here's a rule for you. And I'm going to say it. I'm not going to write it down because it's long-ish. If you've got a title before a name, let's say President Joe Biden, and there's no article, there's no the or an, then no commas are needed. I would say President Joe Biden sat down. If you've got a title before a name and the article is there, if it's like the president, then it would be comma, Joe Biden, comma, sat down. And when you have that phrase between commas, you could take it out. You could say the president sat down. That makes sense. You could also take out the president and just say Joe Biden sat down. That's called a positive is a defining phrase. The positives are always offset on both sides by commas. You could either leave the subject there or leave the positive there and the sentence will make sense. But when you take away the word the, President Joe Biden sat down makes perfect sense, but president sat down sounds like you're talking like a caveman. You'd have to say the president sat down. So no commas when you just say President Joe Biden sat down. What's its relation here? Here you got to ask yourself, do I have the word the or do I not? And you do not have the word the. Now if it said the biologist, then it would say, comma, Yuree Lee, comma, and the correct answer would be D. Because then if I took out Yuree Lee, it would be in a pivotal 2007 article, it would say the plant biologist showed that lipid molecules called phosphates are responsible for signaling guard cells to open stomata, and then D would be your correct answer. Would make sense. But since you have no the, you don't have the there, it would just be biologist Yuree Lee, and the correct answer is going to be C. In a pivotal 2007 article, plant biologist Yuree Lee showed that lipid molecules called phosphates are responsible for signaling guard cells to open stomata. Notice if you took out Yuree Lee without the word the, like answer choice D, then it would sound like in a pivotal 2007 article, plant cell biologists showed that lipid molecules called phosphates are responsible for signaling guard cells to open stomata. And then, you'd sound like you're an intelligent caveman. So C is your correct answer. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You'd share it with someone who has difficulty with these types of questions. Is there any question you'd like to answer from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT? Leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. Click subscribe so you don't miss anything, and check out our 1-minute video on TikTok. Have a great day.